it's been anything but that around the league. I mean, you look at what's happened right after, like days after the Grey Cup, right? We get a general manager in Edmonton. Now we got a head coach in Edmonton. We get a bunch of moves, quarterbacks changing spots. When you look at all the changes that have happened, which is the one that's caught your eye the most?
Well, it'd be easy to say Vernon Adams to Calgary. And you can't help but feel good for him from the standpoint that it wasn't going to work out in BC with them committing to Nathan Rourke. I mean, you could see the writing on the wall there, and he's just, if you've met Vernon, if you had a chance to talk to him and as I know you have and watched his career as well, that's someone you can't help but want success for. I mean, and he's had some. It looked like the year didn't turn out the same as it had started by the end for VA. But I mean, I'll be very curious. More storylines here just to see how he fits in with Dave Dickinson and in Calgary and how he can help turn the Stampeders around. But I'm also, I get it with Davis Alexander and Cody Fajardo. I understand it. But still, it must, given Cody Fajardo's history, when he looks at what happened at the end of the 23 season, the drive at the end and the touchdown and everything else. And I know he's a big ticket financially, and the Alouettes moving forward, they like Davis Alexander, and he showed some, some really good reasons why he should be liked and seen as a future, star quarterback in the Canadian Football League. But I just find that I understand the business of it, but still, Cody Fajardo isn't too far removed from one of the great moments, certainly in the history of the Montreal Alouettes. And now we're asking questions about his future. It's with Alexander, with them committing to Alexander as their number one QB.
Being a CFL reporter, I got to tell you, and going back to the 80s, this is also a time, I'm not even sure if it ever exists or maybe I've just forgotten, but when a quarterback springs free, a few years ago, when a quarterback sprung free, it was 3 teams that wanted that guy. And if they didn't get that guy, they wouldn't have a guy.